Lori. I have a fitness update for you, just a real quick one. I also, last weekend on Sunday, I did a bunch of food prep, so I've got that to show you, and also what I ate for the week. So let's get started with the fitness update. As far as lifting goes, we've been doing great with the lifting. Everything's going good there. I feel like I should be able to say more about that. Like maybe I should get some clips for you guys in the weight room. Comment down below and let me know if you think I should put some clips from lifting in with my weekly updates. I don't know. I don't want to make it like really super long, but let me know. Is that something you'd want to see? I don't know. I can do it if you want. So other than saying that it's going good, I don't really have anything else to say about that. We're getting out there, we're doing it, and everything's going great. As far as my weight, I actually did not weigh this week. Couple reasons. I'm feeling great, and I really don't want to rely on that number on the scale to dictate how I'm doing. You know what I mean? I just don't want to give it that power over me or whatever you want to call it. I just want to my goal is to get to a feel-good weight. I don't have an actual number that I want to get to. So I hope no one's disappointed that I don't actually have a weight to give you or like a number of where I'm standing right now, my weight, but I can tell you that I'm feeling good. So that's the big deal to me. And another reason is because normally I would use HCG for weight loss. And since I'm not doing that right now, coughing. Why do I always have coughing attacks when I start making a video? I don't understand it. Anyway, as I was saying, when I do HCG, the weight like flies off super fast. And that's just not gonna happen like that right now because I'm not doing HCG. So I don't know. I just don't want to have the mind game of not seeing it move as fast as I normally do when I'm in weight loss mode. But I also don't want to see like the same number as last week or maybe just something really small and be tempted to do a round. You know, it's the truth. I'm just being honest with you. So, coughing again. Hold on. Okay, let's just move right on to the food prep that I did on Sunday. All right, I am not going to try and fool you guys. I am not an actress and I'm not going to pretend to be. I have notes. I have this stuff written down because there is no way on earth that I'm going to remember every single thing that I want to show you guys. So I wrote it down. I have notes and I'm going to be looking at them. Okay, so here we go. The first thing I made was the spicy sausage and cheese egg muffins with spinach in them this time. I made a bunch of those, a dozen of them, and you know what? I have trouble eating those leftover more than once. So I just, I've said before, I'm just not into leftovers. So I can eat those like one time. Like I can eat them when they're fresh and I can eat them leftover probably like once. Other than that, John is the one that eats all those. So, and that's fine. I don't mind. If I'm going to eat them myself, I would have to make them fresh. That's just the way it goes. When I wash those silicone baking cups, I don't know if you can see that that's what I'm using, but when I wash those, I always think, where am I going to put all these to dry? Because they don't like all fit in my drying rack. So I decided to put them on my cooling rack with a paper towel over it. And those things dried so fast that way. I did that the last couple times I used them. So yeah, just a little something, tip, I guess. Next thing is the chicken salad. And I prepped up a bunch of that. I used the canned chicken from Costco, the Kirkland chicken breast. And I also used the Duke's mayonnaise, the sugar-free sweet relish, 5 boiled eggs that I chopped up, went into that. And I also used some mustard. I don't know, measure it or anything. I just put some mustard in with it too. And it was really good. Put that in some containers and got a couple little containers ready for on the go. And the other containers just, with the rest of it in it. But I eat it with a fork. And sometimes I'll eat it with a piece of celery. Just put it on celery. Usually I don't with the chicken salad. I do that with egg salad a lot though. I also cooked up 3 pounds of bacon. Don't forget to save the bacon grease. That's some good stuff. And since it's in the picture, I'll also show you the cold brew coffee that I made, a big jar of that for the week. I also made a great big container of salad mix, and I actually you can't tell in the picture, I know how much is actually there, but there's a lot there. It's actually 2 heads of romaine plus almost a whole head of iceberg, probably about 3/4 of a head of iceberg. It's got broccoli, cauliflower, red cabbage, and carrots in it. And I also have a big container of spinach, but I like to keep that stored separately in its own, like the clamshell thing that it comes in, with paper towels over top, because it stays really fresh that way. In fact, right now I've had that in the refrigerator for 13 days, and it is still just as good as the day I brought it home. One last thing that I made is the ham and cream cheese and pickle roll-ups. And if you're not doing low carb, you can even do those with a tortilla shell, or you could even use a low carb tortilla shell if you wanted. And like later on in maintenance, I could even make those with the Ezekiel tortilla shells. Ezekiel does make a sprouted grain tortilla shell, and they're not low carb, but they're made with the sprouted grains, just like the bread, the Ezekiel bread. So they digest like a vegetable. So I think I'm gonna try doing some of those maybe once we're not trying to lose weight, because right now I just want to keep the carbs lower. But yeah, that would be a good thing. Okay, so that's it for the food preps. Let's take a look at some of our meals. So first of all, the like lunch foods or snack foods. I only had 2 different things this week for lunches, and that is the chicken salad, and I take a little container of that with me on the go, or I would put it in a little dish there's about 3/4 of a cup of chicken salad there with a piece of bacon crumbled on top. I love it that way. It's so good. So then the other thing I only had like 2 different things because I cut the cheese out. I cut the cheese. I just said I cut the cheese. Okay, I cracked myself up. Sorry. Let's get on with it. I had this packet of nuts from Aldi, and it's just cashews and almonds. And it's a single serve pack, and I can't remember, like, I do remember that it had 200 calories, but I can't remember like any of the other nutritional information or macros or whatever. But that makes a nice little lunch or even a snack. But they have those up by the registers at Aldi. Okay, for dinners, I had in the freezer a package with 4 pieces of salmon left, and I also had another package with 4 pieces of cod left. And they're just like the little pieces for the salmon and the cod both. And so I decided just to get all that out, and that's what I cooked Monday. John and Courtney ended up having the salmon, and I had the cod. This is John's plate with a couple pieces of salmon and some bacon wrapped asparagus. And this is my plate with the oven fried cod and some bacon wrapped asparagus too. That stuff is so good, that bacon wrapped asparagus. Oh my gosh. I had never made it before, but I've been wanting to make it for a long time. So good. Highly recommend that. Oh, and I also had some tartar sauce with my cod that I didn't even put it in the picture. I didn't think about it. But it's just a tablespoon of mayonnaise and just like a scant tablespoon, I guess, of the sugar-free sweet relish and some mustard. And I just mix that together. It's really good. It makes a nice tartar sauce. All right, Tuesday I made burgers, and I made a bunch of them. That way, whoever wants them can just have them whenever, and we can have leftovers. That's one thing I do like leftover. I will eat leftover burgers. John and I both had ours the same way. A burger with some bacon on it and a fried egg on top. Wednesday we had a baseball game, so we got home a little bit later, and I didn't even come home after work. I just went straight from work to the baseball game. So we ended up having leftovers at night, and I had a burger. I didn't even take a picture of it. I didn't think about it. I had a burger wrapped in lettuce with I almost said mayonnaise, but actually I had the leftover tartar sauce on it. It was really good. It put me in mind of the Big Mac sauce. Thursday, the boys weren't here for supper. They went out and ate with their friends or did whatever they did. Courtney wasn't here because she got a job and she works 3 in the afternoon till like 11 p.m. And so she ate at work. So that night, we just had salads, and I had a salad with some chicken salad on top, and there's some sunflower seeds on there, and that's what I had. I don't know what John had. I could holler out. He probably hears me talking. I could holler out and ask him, but he had some kind of salad. Huh? Yeah. The night you had a salad for dinner. What'd you put on top of it? Nothing? You just had a salad with like the Parmesan crisp things on it? And cheese? Okay. And bacon. Oh, okay. There we go. So that's what he had. Friday, I made some chicken patties. They were really good. I based it on the tuna cakes that I make, and I actually have a video on those too, so I'll put that up in the cards here, and I'll also put a link down in the description box below to that video if you're interested in how to make those. I did make a few little changes in it. Chicken tends to be a little bit drier than the tuna, or maybe it's just because it's like bigger pieces than the tuna. The tuna's a little bit mushier, I guess. But I ended up using some ranch dressing in it, which I think was really, really good, and an extra egg, and I like omitted Worcestershire sauce and Dijon mustard that the tuna one calls for. I omitted that from the chicken, and yeah, I guess I used an extra egg and I used ranch dressing. So I also put in like the Himalayan pink salt, and I was real generous with the black pepper. Oh, I know, the other thing that I added was, I don't know what made me think about it, I threw in some shredded mozzarella, and I didn't measure it. I just like tossed in a handful. I think that might be what the little blackened flecks are that you can see in the photo. I'm not really sure. But anyways, they were really, really good. And I didn't even use my fork to eat it. I just ate it with my fingers. It tasted so good. It tasted like a shredded chicken sandwich. So that's definitely a winner in my book. So today is Saturday. So I am making right now a 3-pound chuck roast, and I sauteed that in a skillet I added some Worcestershire sauce, make sure I saute it on all sides. Then I put it in my Instant Pot, and I have some beef broth in the bottom there as the liquid, and I got all the brown bits off the skillet, and I added all that pan broth to the Instant Pot. Cooked it for 35 minutes. After it cooked for 35 minutes, I added carrots and potatoes and some onions, and cooked it about another 25 minutes. Then let it natural release, and if you can see it, it is on keep warm mode right now, and it has been for 18 minutes. So when I'm done with this video, I'll be getting that out. Ooh, look at that. Gotta get a picture of this. Look at this. It looks so good, doesn't it?
Oh, yes. If there's any way you could convey the smell of that, I mean, that would just be it.
Yeah, like on video. We need smell-o-vision. And that is it for my update for this week and my food prep and the meals. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.